Performax TA2 Muscle Car Series headed back to Queensland Raceway for round 4. Hot off 4 wins out of 4 at Sydney Motorsport Park, Ashley Jarvis in the Camaro was looking to close on Performax Cup Series leader Russell Wright. The spoiler in the mix was 19-year-old Aaron Seton, who after showing great speed at the last round in a one-off drive in the Castrol Mustang, was gifted the seat for the rest of the season, with team owner Craig Harris stepping aside and keen to invest in Seton's career path. Seton didn't put the offer to waste, setting the fastest time in qualifying with a 1:13.6, the fastest ever time for a TA2 car around Queensland Raceway.
Thank you. The Castrol Harris Racing Mustang was awesome to drive out there, and I can't thank Craig Harris enough for the opportunity to drive the car. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we can have some good racing like we did with Ashley down in Sydney and see how it goes.
With the car set up by his father Glenn, Seton sprinted away in race 1 at the start, from reigning champ Russell Wright and Jarvis to set up a commanding lead and set a new lap record along the way. Mustang driver Anthony Tenkate lost into turn 4, picking up a heap of grass and forcing him to pit and clear the radiator ducting to avoid overheating. But on lap 5, it all came undone when Don Dimitriadis in the Ford Mustang dropped a wheel on the dirt between turns 3 and 4 and setting off a chain reaction that essentially took out 3 cars.
Correct. I just went out wide a lot earlier than I normally do, and I just became a passenger. The grass accelerated the car, and I just kept going. I couldn't steer, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't stop it. Yeah,
we've got significant damage to all 3 cars, unfortunately. But they're great cars. They were designed to do it. They were designed to give way at certain places to protect us, and they did. So they've done a great job.
The race was suspended while officials cleaned up the track and all drivers were checked at the medical centre. Darren Berry was taken to hospital for observation but cleared of any serious injury. At the restart, Seton again controlled the race to finish well in command and claim his first TA2 muscle car win from Wright and Jarvis.
Yeah, no, I'm settling good, just getting more comfortable each race, so no, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the weekend and seeing how we go.
Race 2 of the Performax TA2 Muscle Car Series was another 12-lapper, and again Seton was the class of the field, although Wright pushed him hard all the way. Jarvis couldn't quite match the race-winning pace, but hung in there to rack up good championship points. Tenkate charged hard from the rear of the grid to be on the back of Greg Willis in the 44 Camaro. However, Willis held his nerve, and a flat tyre blunted Tenkate's challenge and sent him back to the pits.
Oh look, the last race was brilliant with Cam, that's the beauty about this category. There's somebody to race wherever you are in the pack, whether the young guys up the front or the old guys down the back. I mean, it was just classic racing, great racecraft. Over the many years you learn a little bit and you get to play with somebody at the back, it's great fun.
Peter Robinson in the Dodge Challenger was on form, splitting the father-son Mustang combination of Hugh and Ian McAllister and delivering some Mopar magic for the 2 Days of Thunder fans, while teammate Cameron Sendall set up a big slide trying to hose down Willis. After 12 laps, Seton went on to win by almost 6 seconds from Wright, Jarvis, Hugh McAllister, Robinson and Ian McAllister. In post-race scrutineering, newcomers David Falvey and Michael Coolig were both excluded for being under the 1250 kilo weight limit.
That was just a rookie mistake on our behalf, not getting the car set up right before and figuring all these things out. We should have been on top of the fuel. But it's played out the way it has. I don't know much about that now, but learn from it. So yeah, it was great. A bit different to what I'm used to. The cars are a bit different, but they're fun to drive. The people are great. The atmosphere is great. Yeah, it's been really good.
For race 3 of the Performax TA2 Muscle Car Series, Sunday morning dawned crisp and cool, but nothing really changed. Seton got a good start, was smart on cold tyres and slowly edged away from Russell Wright and Ashley Jarvis. Dodge driver Scott Texter had a race-long battle with Greg Willis, the Queenslander coming back to motor racing after a serious injury.
I think getting a bit used to the car and the tyres. The tyres have been a big thing for me to get used to. They have a bit of slippage in them, and just got to get that fine line between slippage and sliding.
Willis had one last lunge at the Texter Dodge on the final lap, trying to move around the outside at turn 6, but only to run out of road and bunker the number 44 Camaro in the gravel trap. The race settled into the same consistent pattern that we'd seen in the first 2 races, with Seton commanding the pace, setting the fastest time and going on to win by over 11 seconds from Wright, Jarvis and the McAllister Ford Mustangs. After a big hit at the last round, Cameron Sendall was back on the pace in this race with setup changes and followed home team boss Peter Robinson.
Yeah, mate, a few tweaks to the car, a couple of new tyres thanks to the boys from ESA, Equipment Services Australia, changing the rear end. Car's really good now, feeling really confident and ready to try and catch his number 10 and number 5 car, so next race we'll bring it on.
Post-race scrutineering also claimed Anthony Tenkate, who weighed in light and was excluded from the race results after overheating in race 1 and a flat tyre in race 2. With Seton well in command, race 4 again proved that the 19-year-old was in a class of his own. Wright again pushed hard, but couldn't match the pace of the Castrol Harris racing Mustang. Ian McAllister and Peter Robinson had been hard at it all weekend, and finally into turn 4, the young car dealer made a dive under brakes, the two coming together. Macca was penalised post-race for the incident.
It takes a couple of laps for the tyres to get warm, and we're all gingerly running around the track doing the best we can, and Robin's racing and I just were on the wrong side of one of those, and it's just one of those things. We got a little bit of a car to fix. It looks worse than it really is. Just probably a day's work and get it round to Corey at the panel shop and he'll paint it up and make it look brand new again.
And while Anthony Tenkate's climb through the pack was now a regular thing, a big dive on Michael Coolig's Camaro resulted in the green Tenkate Hire Mustang biting the dust yet again.
I've just copped a tap on the side, no big deal. That's life, that's racing, as they say, isn't it? But yeah, I haven't had a great one, that's for sure.
After 12 laps, Seton was the only driver in the 1:14 lap times and went on to clean sweep the weekend with pole position, 4 race wins, the fastest lap in all races and a new lap record.
Yeah, no, thank you. First of all, I'd just like to thank Craig Harris from Castrol Harris Racing for giving me the opportunity this weekend to drive in TA2. It's been an awesome experience and an awesome development curve for my driving, just learning different type of cars and getting experience in different types of cars. So, yeah, huge thank you guys out to him.
So you've driven many different kinds of motorsport categories. I mean, where do you put TA2?
Yeah, TA2 is right up there. It's sort of like, I'd compare it a mix between a NASCAR and a supercar. They're good fun to drive, and yeah, I advise people who are looking for a category to join to come join TA2.
Wright and Jarvis both finished on the podium, with Wright consolidating his Performax Cup Series lead and taking out the Masters Award.
It's good to have that lead at this stage, but of course we can drop our worst round, and if Ashley doesn't have a bad round, then technically he could be leading the championship. So I've just got to keep going at it, keep consistent, but just try and stay in those top 3. And that's been the plan, and so far, so good.
Yeah, look, we didn't quite have the speed in myself or the car this weekend, but you know, we just had to keep, you know, hassling Rusty, hoping he'd make a mistake, and he didn't. And full testament to him. I mean, Aaron's just he's a step above. He's absolutely fantastic, you know, very good in the car, and full credit to him. But no, we did the best we could.
After round 4, Queenslander Russell Wright continues to lead the series by 13 points from Hugh McAllister, Ashley Jarvis, Ian McAllister and Cam Sendall. Round 5 heads to Wakefield Park in New South Wales, August 18 to 19. For full details, check the TA2 Racing Australia website.